Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Jeffrey.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Alif HAIKAL bin AZAHARI.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad HAFIZIN bin TAJUDDIN.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad HARITH bin MAJID.
Hi, my name is Muhammad NABIL bin KHUSAINI. Alright, okay, next we're going to start with the master cylinder part names. Alright, in automotive engineering, the master cylinder is a control device that converts force into hydraulic pressure. So now we're going to go bit by bit about the master cylinder part. Alright, okay, first we have the reservoir cap component, number one. Then we have reservoir cap. So it is then we have the diaphragm. So as we know, the reservoir cap component contains the reservoir cap and the diaphragm together. And next under them are the brake fluid reservoir filter, and then float brake fluid reservoir, and then number 6 is the brake fluid level indicator switch, and then the brake master pin. Number 8 is the brake fluid reservoir, so it contains brake fluid. And number 9 is brake master cylinder to reservoir seal. Number 10 is brake master cylinder pin. Number 11 is piston retainer. Next is the primary piston assembly. 13 is the secondary piston assembly. And finally 14, which is the master cylinder body. Okay, next.
Okay, next, I will continue for the condition of master cylinder. So we have checked 5 parts in the master cylinder component. First, inner surface of master cylinder. So the condition is in good condition. And the second is primary and secondary piston, also in good condition. And then the third is diaphragm. So the diaphragm is in good condition. And the next brake booster, also in good condition. And the lastly is O-ring. So the O-ring in the master cylinder is in good condition. Next slide. So the next slide is experiment result inspection. So we just inspect the push rod end from the lab sheet. So the condition before press brake pedal, the length of the push rod end is 9.26 millimeter, and then after we press the brake pedal, the push rod end length is 36.68 millimeter. Next, I will pass to my friend.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Jeffrey. Okay, my name is Muhammad ALIF HAIKAL bin AZAHARI. I will explaining about the discussion number 1 and number 2. Okay, what is the effect of push rod end length to brake performance? Okay, the push rod's primary function is to provide force through the piston retainer. Okay, the standard length of a push rod is 9.65 to 9.90 mm. When the length of the push rod is not in the range between the clearance of the end push rod and the piston retainer, the force delivered is delayed, and the push rod always touches the piston retainer when the pedal brake is released. This will lead to poor braking performance. Okay, number 2, name type of brake oil used for your car. Can different type of brake oil be used? Why? Okay, type of brake oil is used is .3. As you all know, .3 is the most popular. It's been in use for a very long time. Okay, .3 has a boiling point of 401 degrees Fahrenheit. Fully degraded, it drops to 284 degrees Fahrenheit. Different type of brake oil cannot be used in vehicle because brake oil has different properties and need to follow the recommended from the vehicle manufacturer. Okay, other than that, other brake fluid cannot be mixed together with any other type of brake fluid. This will damage the brake system if added other brake fluid. Okay, next I will pass to the next presenter, HAFIZIN.
Hello, my name is Muhammad HAFIZIN and I will continue for the third question. Name hydraulic tubes that connected to the master cylinder and where all tubes are connected. Okay, the name of hydraulic tubes that connected to master cylinder is front brake lines, rear brake line, and union pipe. All of the tubes for the front and rear brake lines are linked to a pressure differential valve, which separates the pressure delivered to the front and rear brake lines to stop the car when the pedal brake is engaged. Next. Okay, for the fourth question is, what is the function of diaphragm? The diaphragm objective is to maintain moisture inside the brake reservoir, and to meet the changing fluid level, the diaphragm bends and extends, so it's preventing undesired moisture from entering the brake reservoir. Next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Harith bin MAJID. So, thank you Muhammad HAFIZIN. So, I will explain about the conclusion for this lab, which is master cylinder. So, last but not least, this lab activity has given us the opportunity to study one of the integral parts in the brake system of a vehicle. In this lab session, we are able to inspect the condition of master cylinder assembly. Other than that, we have learned and get to know to replace and inspect parts of master cylinder assembly. Lastly, we also have successfully named all parts of the master cylinder assembly. As one of the parts in the braking system, studying the master cylinder assembly is one step further to understand the braking system and to gain competency over them. So that's all from us. Thank you for the lab session.